Hi guys, good evening. Welcome to the YouTube channel PRATHAM Test Prep. Myself Juhi Sharma, and here we are with yet another topic of one of our special series which we do on every Tuesdays, right? So by now, to you all must be aware that on every Tuesdays we do a special topic. Now this can be a static topic, this can be any current affairs topic, right? So on Tuesdays we do it at 6 p.m. Okay, so whatever is going on around us, I think last topic which we did was Padma Awards. Before that, we did the important military exercises. Before that, we did the Nobel Prizes. Usse pehle Tokyo Olympics, Paralympics, right? So we do all such things. So as a part of that series, we have yet another topic, which is the Election Commission of India. Okay, now this is another topic, the Election Commission of India. So, irrespective, you are a management student or a law student or law aspirant, irrespective of all these things, this particular topic is really important for you because even in Constitution, when we study about the various commissions, in that election commission, finance commission, these commissions are really important, right? So election commission of India is one such important topic about which you need to know. But what does election commission do? What are its powers? What are its functions? What all are actually the articles in our constitution related to election commission, right? But basically what is election is, okay, what is election? So all these things we will be covering in this particular session. So before knowing about what is election commission, let's see that what actually are the elections, right? So good evening, Ruchika. I hope you're doing well. So what is an election? Election is basically that procedure in which we choose or we get to choose our representatives, right? ये एक पूरा वो procedure है, पूरा एक आप बोल सकते हो process है. Good evening, Sarthak. ये पूरा एक वो प्रोसीजर है, एक प्रोसेस है जिसमें we get to choose our elected representatives, right? तो हम अपने representatives को choose करते हैं. अब उसमें क्या होता है? We go, we vote, right? And these representatives they actually help us run the government. Okay, so ये वो हमारे representatives होते हैं जो actually run the government. Okay, so what is an election? Election is a procedure where people are chosen by voting. Okay, voting होती है, ये तो हम सबको पता है. I don't know how many of you have still experienced the voting or not. आप में से किसने voting किया है या नहीं किया है? I'm not too sure because your particular age is very dicey. अभी आप 18 plus हो या 18 होने में कुछ time है, right? So we don't know about that. एंड वोटिंग होती है, 18 प्लस इयर्स लोग वोट करते हैं. उसके बाद जो सिलेक्टेड रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स होते हैं, व्हाट दे डू, they actually form the government. Okay, a part of the government, right? So in another words, what is election? Elections jo hai, this is basically an organized process in which people vote and the representative of the people, right? Our representatives, they get elected either in the parliament or in the state legislature. Okay, so this is what an election is. Okay, basic terms mein this is what election is, right? Now there are types of elections. आपने सुना होगा कि types of elections है. कभी आपने सुना होगा कि न्यूज में आ रहा है general elections, right? At times you might hear कि okay mid term elections चल रहे हैं, right? कभी कभी आपने वो term सुना होगा by election, right? So these are the three types of elections which we have. We have the general elections, we have the mid-term elections, and then we have by-elections. Okay, so these are the three types of elections. अब general elections क्या होते हैं? हमें पता है हमारी 5 साल में सरकार बदलनी है, right? After every 5 years the government changes. So after every 5 years जो election होते हैं जिससे we get to select or we get to vote for our candidates, we get to vote for our elected members, right? जो हमारे लोकसभा members के elections जो होते हैं which get conducted after every 5 year का term है, that is what, that is the general elections. ठीक है, अब at times आपके mid term elections भी होते हैं. And वो mid term election कब होता है? Mid term election होता है of the state legislative assembly or the Lok Sabha, which is the lower house. And whenever the either of the two, either the Lok Sabha or the state legislative assembly, whenever it gets dissolved, okay, जब वो dissolve हो जाती है 5 साल से पहले, एक जो term होता है वो कितने साल का होता है? Term is for 5 years. But before 5 years, if the Lok Sabha gets dissolved or the state legislative assembly gets dissolved, so in order to get the new set of people, the new members, mid-term elections are conducted. So in case of Lok Sabha or state legislative assembly get dissolved before the 5-year term, that way we conduct the mid-term elections. Okay. अब बात आती है बाय इलेक्शंस की. The third type of elections which we have is the by elections. अब ये by elections क्या होते हैं? By elections basically होता है कि let's say if some of the member resigns, okay, किसी ने resignation डाल दिया अपना, या फिर किसी को डिस्क्वालीफाई कर दिया एज अ मेंबर, और अगर बाय चांस अगर किसी की डेथ हो गई, अनफॉर्चुनेटली किसी की डेथ हो गई, तो अगर प्लेस वो वेकेंट होती है, इफ देयर इज सम वेकेंट प्लेस, in that case by elections are conducted. Okay, so any member of legislative assembly either in the center or state, if the place gets vacant, okay, it can be vacant, maybe unfortunate or sudden death or a resignation or the disqualification before the end of the term. तो जब vacant place होती है तो कौन सा election होता है? In that case by elections they take place. Okay. Ma'am, do management with math students have to attend this class? Absolutely, yes, Radhika. This is very important because see, elections, election commission, this topic is a part of both current affairs and the constitution, right? So ये क्या होता है आपका, दोनों उसी का पार्ट है. अब आपके लिए whether you are opting for any entrance, या आपका GA आता ही है most of the entrances में. So अगर करंट अफेयर्स की बात होगी तो उसमें भी दिस इज इंपॉर्टेंट, नॉर्मल इंडियन पॉलिटी की बात होगी तो उसमें भी दिस इज इंपॉर्टेंट, राइट? सो नंदिनी, यस, लोकसभा कैन गेट डिसॉल्व, लोकसभा आपकी डिसॉल्व हो सकती है, राज्यसभा कैन नॉट गेट डिसॉल्व. नंदिनी, देयर आर सर्टेन क्राइटेरिया, सर्टेन पैरामीटर्स जिनके बेसिस पर आपकी जो लोकसभा है वो डिसॉल्व की जा सकती है, राइट? देयर आर सेवरल पैरामीटर्स फॉर दैट, एंड इफ यू वांट वी कैन हैव in future we can have a session on say the both the houses of parliament, right? हम parliament के ऊपर the constituents of parliament पे हम कर सकते हैं, in which we will be covering the president and both the houses, that's the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha, right? Now अब इसके बाद आपका क्या होता है, आपका इसके बाद the next thing is the direct and indirect elections. ये भी आपका क्या है, direct और indirect elections है. So guys tell me, if you people have gone to vote, अगर आपने वोट करने गए हो तो वो कौन से टाइप का इलेक्शन होगा? Whether it will fall into the category of direct elections or indirect elections. If you have gone for voting, अगर वोटिंग की है, अगर आपने नहीं, या फिर अगर नॉर्मली अगर पीपल वोट करते हैं तो वो किसका पार्ट होगा? That will be a part of direct elections, right? That will be a part of direct elections. Yes, Nandini, I have heard your request. Okay, so we'll come up with that. I can't say when we'll come up with that, but I have written it. I have it in my head. Then we'll come up with that section too. So direct elections क्या होते हैं? Direct elections होते हैं जहां पर people they vote directly. Okay, जहां people they vote directly, where we adults 18 plus जो वोट करने जाते हैं, that is what, that is direct elections. जब आप वोट करते हो अपने, let's start from very basic, म्यूनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन के लिए वोट किए जाते हैं, ग्राम पंचायत होती है उसमें जो वोटिंग होता है, देन वी हैव विधानसभा के लिए जो वोटिंग होती है, जो लोकसभा के लिए जो वोटिंग होती है, बिकॉज वी नो लोकसभा में कौन बैठते हैं, लोकसभा के मेंबर्स आर इलेक्टेड बाय द पीपल, वी इलेक्ट द मेंबर्स एंड दे सिट इन द लोकसभा, राइट? बिकॉज इट इज हाउस ऑफ द पीपल, राइट? एंड दैट्स द रीजन व्हाई इट इज मोर पावरफुल. सो डायरेक्ट इलेक्शंस क्या होते हैं? डायरेक्ट इलेक्शंस होते हैं जहां पर लोग डायरेक्टली क्या करते हैं, पीपल डायरेक्टली दे vote. Okay, and second thing is every adult has a right to vote. We know that this is our right, we have the right to vote and it is mandatory for everybody to vote. Okay, now direct election में क्या होता है, आपने देखा होगा थोड़े से कैंडिडेट्स होते हैं and they have a large number of voters. बहुत सारे लोग एक साथ इलेक्शंस जब होता है, जिस दिन इलेक्शंस होते हैं, जब आपकी वोटिंग होती है तो वोट देने जाते हैं. So we have large body of voters and इस large body of voters को क्या बोलते हैं? We call it as an electorate. आपने इंडियन पॉलिटी में बहुत बार सुना होगा the term electorate, right? So that is what electorate is. Large body of voters is known as electorate. तो वो क्या होता है? आपके direct elections में there are large number of वोटर्स. ओके, एंड डायरेक्ट इलेक्शंस किस किस के लिए होते हैं? फॉर द मेंबर्स ऑफ लोकसभा, विधानसभा, ग्राम पंचायत, म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन, इन सबके लिए जो इलेक्शंस होते हैं, wherein the people they directly elect the representatives, people they vote for their representatives. तो वो क्या है? These are the examples of direct elections कि हम directly इन सब के elections में वोट करते हैं. ओके, नाउ अब जब बात आती है इनडायरेक्ट इलेक्शंस की, इनडायरेक्ट इलेक्शंस क्या? इनडायरेक्ट इलेक्शंस जहां पर we have already elected our representatives और वो जाकर किसी और रिप्रेजेंटेटिव को इलेक्ट करते हैं. जैसे मेंबर्स ऑफ राज्यसभा आपके हो गए, राइट? बहुत ही मैं आपको कॉमन एग्जांपल देती हूँ, प्रेसिडेंट, वाइस प्रेसिडेंट, राइट? तो वी डोंट वोट फॉर आवर प्रेसिडेंट, वी डोंट वोट फॉर द वाइस प्रेसिडेंट. हमारे जो इलेक्टेड रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स होते हैं, वो जिसके लिए इलेक्ट करते हैं, वो जो थोड़े से वोटर्स होते हैं हमारे इलेक्टेड रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स, वो जिनके लिए वोट करते हैं, वहां से हमारा प्रेसिडेंट वो बनते हैं, वहां से हमारे वाइस प्रेसिडेंट बनते हैं, राज्यसभा के मेंबर्स जो होते हैं वो वैसे बनते हैं, विधान परिषद के मेंबर्स ऐसे होते हैं. सो बेसिकली क्या, जिन रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स को डायरेक्ट इलेक्शंस के थ्रू वी हैव वोटेड, नाउ दे हैव द राइट टू इलेक्ट their representative on our behalf. Okay, so that is what indirect elections is. Okay, now unlike direct elections, indirect election, there is no large number of voters, nahi hote. Hi Akanksha, I am good, thank you so much for asking. So there is no large number of voters, so the number of voters are also very less. Okay, and जो elected representatives हैं which we have elected, उनके पास ही केवल राइट टू वोट होता है. नॉट एवरी सिटीजन हैज अ राइट टू वोट. ठीक, अब इनडायरेक्ट इलेक्शंस किस किस के होते हैं? मेंबर्स ऑफ राज्यसभा, विधान परिषद, वाइस प्रेसिडेंट, प्रेसिडेंट्स के जो इलेक्शंस होते हैं, these people are elected indirectly through indirect elections. Okay, so I hope this is clear. Now moving further, we have the Election Commission of India. Okay, so in Article 324 of the Indian Constitution, Election Commission of India के बारे में चीजें दी गई हैं. Okay, so Article 324 of the Indian Constitution talks about the Election Commission of India. अब आप मुझे एक बात बताइए, is it easy to conduct elections? क्या elections conduct कराना बहुत easy है? नहीं, right? पूरा उनका एक ड्यूरेशन होता है कि इस टाइम पर इलेक्शन कंडक्ट होगा, उनका पूरा बजट बनाया जाता है कि कोई भी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी है तो वो इतना एक्सपेंडिचर करेगी, राइट? मेजर्स लिए जाते हैं कि बूथ कैप्चरिंग जैसे प्रॉब्लम जो है वो ना हो, राइट? जो पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज हैं उनके बीच में डिस्प्यूट ना हो, right? So all these things are taken into consideration, all these things are considered, or all these things comes under what? These things comes under Election Commission of India. ये Election Commission of India ये सारी चीजों का ध्यान रखता है कि पीसफुली जो हमारे इलेक्शंस हैं वो क्या हो, वो हमारे कंडक्ट हो जाए. ओके, बट जो आपके इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया है, वो जो छोटे वाले इलेक्शंस होते हैं, जैसे आपके पंचायत के इलेक्शन हो गए, स्टेट पंचायत में आपकी म्यूनिसिपैलिटीज के इलेक्शन हो गए, राइट? तो इलेक्शन कमीशन इन पर नहीं करता है, उसके लिए वी हैव रीजनल कमीशन. बट जो बाकी इलेक्शंस होते हैं, जैसे स्टेट गवर्नमेंट के, सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट के जो बाकी इलेक्शंस होते हैं, सो इलेक्शन कमीशन डील्स विद दैट. अच्छा, कल को बोर्ड एग्जाम है. आकांक्षा, कौन सा बोर्ड एग्जाम है कल? Which board exam do you have tomorrow? Right. So what is Article 324 all about? Article 324 is all about the Election Commission of India. ठीक है? Election Commission of India के पास क्या क्या power है? What all are the functions of Election Commission of India? Right? How to control the elections? How in which direction, or what are the powers of direction? Right? Superintendence का ये जो है to the Parliament, State Legislature, right? इन सारी चीजों का ध्यान कौन रखता है? It is being taken care of by the Election Commission of India. मतलब peacefully elections चलते चले जाने चाहिए, तो ये आपका Election Commission of India make sure करता है, right? So the Election Commission of India, in जिसके बारे में दिया गया है in Article 324 of the Indian Constitution, right? So it deals with the power of direction, the superintendence and the control of elections, and how elections are to be controlled to the Parliament, State Legislature, Office of President of India, and the Office of Vice President of India. ठीक है, तो ये इट्स ऑलरेडी क्लियर टू यू नाउ. Now, Election Commission of India, as I've already told you, that it is an all India body. Okay, this is an all India body to basically deals with both the central government and the state government. Okay, it is an all India body which deals with both the central government and the state government. But as I have already told you that the Election Commission of India is not responsible, or it does not deal with the municipality or the panchayat ki elections. Okay, they do not deal with municipality or panchayat ki elections जो है उसके लिए separate आपका regional या state election commission जो होता है, again the Constitution of India provide करता है, वो आपका है which looks after the municipality and panchayat के elections in the state. Otherwise, जितने भी और elections हैं सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट स्टेट गवर्नमेंट के, all are taken care of by the Election Commission of India. Okay. Now, moving further, we have the members of the Honorable Commission. We have the members of the commission. So, Election Commission of India में there is one chief, right? There is one chief election commissioner, and at present we have two election commissioners. So, Honorable Commission में हमारा क्या है? हमारे one chief election commissioner है, right? Chief election commissioner, and secondly we have two election commissioners, right? We have one chief and two election commissioners. So at present, Sushil Chandra, Mr. Sushil Chandra is the chief election commissioner of India. Okay, he is the chief election commissioner of India. Mr. Sushil Chandra is the Chief Election Commissioner of India, right? And we have two election commissioners, ठीक है, और वो कौन-कौन से हैं? Mr. Anup Chandra Pandey is the election commissioner, which is written as EC. Election commissioner है आपके Mr. Anup Chandra Pandey, and the second election commissioner which we have is Rajiv Kumar ji. Okay, Rajiv Kumar ji is the second election commissioner of India. So total we have in the Election Commission of India, we have one chief election commissioner, that is Shri Sushil Chandra ji, and we have two election commissioners. One is Mr. Anup Chandra Pandey and second is Mr. Rajiv Kumar. So total we have three commissioners in the Election Commission. Okay, if हमारे सुशील चंद्र जी and जो हमारे election commissioners हैं वो है अनूप चंद्र पांडे and राजीव कुमार जी, right? Now एक और चीज है कि in case if the election commissioner is not there in the Election Commission of India, अगर आपके ये जो दो election commissioners हैं या बाकी जो election commissioners हैं नहीं हैं, in that case post क्या बन जाती है? Post बन जाती है of chairman of Election Commission. Okay, in that case the post it becomes of the chairman of Election Commission. ठीक है, and repeating it again, when there is no election commissioner of the election commission, in that case if we have only one chief, we have only one chief election commission. In that case what we have, in that case the chief election commissioner is known as the chairman of election commission. Okay, it's known as the chairman of election commission. Nandini, because it is a commission, Navita, it is a commission, it requires more people, right? The powers, there are a lot of powers, there are a lot of functions of the election commissioner, right? So in the absence of somebody else can take up, okay? So that is the reason why we have more people, okay? So we have one chief and we have two election commissioners, and in case the election commissioners are not appointed, so the chief will be known as the chairman, okay? Now moving further, let's see the composition. अब हमने प्रेसिडेंट की पावर्स में पढ़ा था दैट द चीफ इलेक्शन कमिश्नर इज अपॉइंटेड बाय द प्रेसिडेंट. तो ये तो वी ऑलरेडी नो कि जो चीफ इलेक्शन कमिश्नर है और जो बाकी कमिश्नर्स है इलेक्शन कमीशन के वो कौन अपॉइंट करते हैं? प्रेसिडेंट अपॉइंट करते हैं. तो ये हमने प्रेसिडेंट के पावर्स में पढ़ा था, राइट? उसके बाद क्या है? द सेकंड थिंग इज यू नीड टू नो दैट when any other election commissioner is not appointed, in that case the chief election commissioner acts as election commission's chairman. ये तो I have already told you just now, right? Now as I have told you that हमारे पास जो regional election commissions हैं वो भी होते हैं. So president किसको appoint करता है? President he also appoints the regional commissioner to assist the commission. Okay, जो आपके states के लिए, especially जो आपकी ग्राम पंचायत म्यूनिसिपैलिटीज के लिए जो आपका रीजनल इलेक्शन कमीशन है, तो उसके जो रीजनल कमिश्नर्स होते हैं वो कौन अपॉइंट करता है? दैट इज appointed by the president. Now this regional commissioners they assist the commission too. Okay, जब भी election commission को requirement होता है. Now next is that the tenure of office and the condition of all the commissioners rest in the hands of the president. President के हाथ में होता है कि what will be the term of office, what will be the duration for being the commissioner, okay, of the election commission, right? Now एक चीज जो आपको यहाँ पे पता होनी चाहिए कि है इंडिपेंडेंस ऑफ इलेक्शन कमीशन. हमारा जो इलेक्शन कमीशन है ना, इट इज क्वाइट इंडिपेंडेंट. ओके, इट इज क्वाइट इंडिपेंडेंट एज इन ऐसा नहीं है कि कोई भी आपके इलेक्शन कमिश्नर को रिमूव कर देगा. इट हैज द इलेक्शन कमीशन, दे हैव द सिक्योरिटी ऑफ टेन्योर, right? They have the security of tenure and it is not easy to actually remove any chief election commissioner from his post, right? तो जो आपकी जो requirement होती है to remove the judge of a Supreme Court, in the same manner on the same grounds आपके जो chief election commissioner हैं उनको भी remove करने की same चीज होती है. There are same grounds for him as well, right? So he is quite independent. It is not like that the political party or कुछ भी है can influence that. No, it is not like that. Okay. Next we have is कि ऐसा नहीं है कि जितने टाइम तक प्रेसिडेंट है उतने टाइम तक इलेक्शन कमिश्नर रहेगा. He does not hold his office until the pleasure of the president. It is not like that. So in that manner also it is quite independent, right? Third जो आपका है कि कोई भी इलेक्शन कमिश्नर है या फिर कोई भी रीजनल कमिश्नर है ऑफ द इलेक्शन कमीशन, उनको ऑफिस से रिमूव नहीं किया जा सकता. ओनली एंड ओनली इफ द चीफ इलेक्शन कमिश्नर सेंड्स हिज रिकमेंडेशन, ओनली देन द अदर इलेक्शन कमिश्नर या फिर जो चीफ जो आपके रीजनल कमिश्नर्स हैं उनको रिमूव किया जा सकता है ओनली आफ्टर द रिकमेंडेशंस ऑफ द चीफ इलेक्शन कमीशन. अदरवाइज दे कैन नॉट बी removed. Okay, and last is that the election commission of India has complete control over its staff on election duty. तभी आपने देखा होगा कि whenever elections takes place तो लोग क्या करते हैं, दिन रात they work, right? पूरे दिन पूरी रात लगे रहते हैं on the days of counting too. So election commission of India का पूरा control होता है on the staff who is there for the election duty. So that is how the election commission is quite independent on its own, right? Now let's see the powers, functions and responsibilities of election commission. This is also very important, the power, functions and the responsibilities. Now you need to know that we know कि constitution of India ने election commission के ऊपर एक पूरा process जो है for conducting the elections वो डाल रखा है कि elections होंगे कैसे, किस time पर होंगे. Control of the entire process is there on the hands of the shoulders of what? On the shoulders of the Election Commission of India. This complete authority is given to them by whom? By the Constitution of India. Okay. And ये जो Election Commission के powers हैं, ये आपके basically 3 headings में divide होते हैं. We have it in the under administrative, advisory and quasi-judicial. Okay. So the commission's functions and powers with respect to the elections, चाहे फिर आपका president का हो, vice president का हो, state legislature का हो and the parliament. So these are divided into 3 headings. We have the administrative, the judiciary and advisory and the quasi judicial, right? Now moving further, let's quickly see the powers of the election commission of India. पहला power है आपकी किस constituency का क्या electorate बनना चाहिए, क्या electoral college बनना चाहिए according to the delimitation commission act of the parliament. किस क्वांटिटी की कितनी किस टेरिटरी की कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी की कितनी लिमिट है, दैट इज डिटरमाइंड बाय द इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया. नंबर 1. नंबर 2 वी हैव दैट the proper revision of electoral rolls should be there. मतलब जितने भी एलिजिबल वोटर्स हैं उन सबका नाम इलेक्टोरल रोल में हो, इलेक्टोरल लिस्ट में हो, तो उसका प्रिपरेशन एंड पीरियोडिकली ऑफन उसको रिवाइज करते रहना. दैट इज अनदर पावर ऑफ द इलेक्शन कमीशन. Next power is we know that election होने से पहले nomination papers are filled, right? Nomination के जो papers हैं वो आपके fill होते हैं. तो to guarantee कि proper dates हैं, proper schedule उनको दिया हुआ है, proper time slots दिए गए हैं, कि इससे इस डेट तक आप अपने नॉमिनेशन फिल कर सकते हैं इलेक्शन से पहले. देन उन पेपर्स को स्क्रूटिनाइज करना, उन पेपर्स को चेक करना whether whatever has been claimed by the candidate is true or not. So that also comes under the power of what? Power of the Election Commission of India. Next, we have granting recognition to the various political parties and allocating symbols. We know कि बहुत सारी political parties जो होती हैं, major political parties को अगर हम छोड़ दें, national political parties को छोड़ दें, we know that there are several regional political parties too. So to grant them their election symbols, कुछ लोग ऐसे होते हैं जो बिना political party के election में खड़े होते हैं, तो to give them their election symbol. So this is also a power of the Election Commission of India. Okay. Next है आपका acting as a court to settle disputes concerning the granting of recognition to political parties and allocating election symbols to the parties. Now, in case अगर किन्हीं भी दो political parties के बीच में on the basis of symbol कोई dispute हो जाता है, so in that case the Election Commission of India, it acts as a court to settle the dispute. वो एक आपका power है. Next is appointing officers for inquiring into disputes concerning the electoral arrangements. तो जो भी officers का appointment होता है वो आपका election commission करता है कि जितने भी electoral rolls and all बनने हैं उसमें अगर कोई dispute है, किसी बंदे ने shift कर लिया तो उसका नाम एक particular constituency के rule में नहीं है, दूसरे में है. So to settle all these disputes, that also comes under the power of the Election Commission of India. Next we have to give that code of conduct कि भाई आप irrespective कौन से पार्टी हो, कुछ भी हो, this is a code of conduct which every political party has to follow, every candidate has to follow during the elections to determine or to give that code of conduct to the people so that they follow it during the elections, during the voting day. That also comes under the power of the Election Commission of India. Now this is not done yet. We have more powers. So the next power of the Election Commission of India is to advise the president. Okay, अगर किसी member of parliament को disqualify करना है on certain matters, किसी reason की वजह से उनका nomination disqualify करना है या फिर as a member of parliament उस बंदे को disqualify करना है, so the Election Commission of India can even advise the president. Similarly, they can advise the governor. अगर किसी member of legislative assembly को disqualify करना है, so they can advise the governor too, right? Next is a very common problem in India and especially in the rural India. क्या होता है? Booth capturing हो जाता है, violence बहुत ज़्यादा create होता है on the election day, even in the campaigning, right? बहुत ज़्यादा violence create हो जाता है at times. So cancelling the polls also in case अगर booth capture हो गया, rigging है या फिर violence create हुआ है, in that case the entire polls they get cancelled. That also lies in the hands of the Election Commission of India. Okay, now requesting the governor or the president for re-questioning or the staff required for conducting elections. So that is one thing. ये आपका है कि staff को पूरा re-question किया जा सकता है, staff को पूरा पूछा जा सकता है in whichever manner they want. So that is also one thing. Next is supervising the machinery of elections. आपने बहुत बार देखा होगा जो EVM मशीन होती है, राइट, दी इलेक्ट्रॉनिक वोटिंग मशीन होती है, उसके साथ छेड़खानी कर देते हैं. यूजुअली कोई भी जगह इलेक्शन हो, एक चीज कॉमन आती है कि EVM के साथ छेड़छाड़ की गई, ये हुआ वो हुआ, right? So without any unfair means, without any unfair practices, free and fair elections conduct हो, machinery के साथ कोई दिक्कत ना ली जाए. So that is also in the hands of the Election Commission कि पूरा supervise करना that how the elections are going, how the elections are getting conducted. Okay. Now next is advising the president कि किस state में किस time पे election conduct किया जा सकता है. अगर emergency लगी है तो after 1 year और extend हो जाता है, तो giving all that things कि इस state में इस time पे election conduct होगा या नहीं होगा. So that is also the advisory opinion is also given to the president by the Election Commission of India, right? And the last power is to register the political parties. उनको ये status देना whether they are national parties, whether they are regional parties or state parties, right, depending upon the poll performance. तो ये भी किसके हाथ में होता है? That also lies in the hands of the Election Commission of India. So you see that there are so many powers or there are so many things which goes behind conducting the elections. So all these things comes under what? All these things come under the power of the Election Commission of India. Now let's quickly see their functions. अभी हमने उनके powers सुनी, अब हम उनके functions देखते हैं. The first function is to direct and control the entire process of conducting the elections, how elections is going to conduct, whether it is of the legislative state assembly या फिर पार्लियामेंट के हो, प्रेसिडेंट वाइस प्रेसिडेंट, राइट। तो उस पूरे को देखना, पूरा डायरेक्ट करना, कंट्रोल करना, ये पहला फंक्शन है। सेकेंड फंक्शन इज टू डिसाइड द इलेक्शन शेड्यूल्स कि आफ्टर की टाइमली इलेक्शंस हो, in the case of both general elections या by elections, तो properly आपके periodically timely elections conduct हो. So that is another feature, that is another function of the Election Commission of India. Now you know कि पूरा एक electoral roll बनता है as per the constituency, as per the people who are eligible to vote in so and so constituency, तो उनका पूरा एक roll बनाना, and according to that उनका एक epic निकालना, that is electronic photo identity card generate करना, right? That is also the function of Election Commission of India. Okay, now next is to grant recognition to political parties, whether it is state or regional or what political party, to grant them the recognition, give them the symbol, and in case agar aapke dispute ho gaya related to the symbols, then to settle the dispute, right, acting as a court for the settlement of disputes, that is also one of the functions of the Election Commission of India. Now do you know कि इलेक्शन कमीशन जो है वो आपका एक एक्सपेंडिचर सेट करते हैं कैंपेनिंग के लिए पर कैंडिडेट टू ऑल द पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज की, इससे ज्यादा ऊपर आपका एक्सपेंडिचर नहीं होना चाहिए। आपने देखा होगा जब भी इलेक्शंस होते हैं तो लोग मिठाई के डब्बे में दे कीप सम नोट्स, दे कीप दे डिस्ट्रीब्यूट ब्लैंकेट्स, दे डिस्ट्रीब्यूट अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स, राइट, टू जस्ट अट्रैक्ट द पीपल। ये कैंपेनिंग का part होता है, this is a part of campaigning process. So the election commission, they do even set the limit of campaigning expenditure कि हर candidate का ये expenditure होना चाहिए to all the political parties, and they make sure that it's getting monitored too, right? And the last function is that they issue a moral code of conduct कि भाई ये आपके इस ये code of conduct आपको दिया गया है, you have to abide by that. The election process should go according to this code of conduct. No unfair trade means or practices should be followed, right? तो ये सारी चीजें जो है, these all comes under the functions of the Election Commission of India, right? And now lastly we have the list of important articles which is related to the Election Commission of India. So article 324 talks about the Election Commission की भाई direction, control, regulation of elections होना चाहिए. All these things, it is vested in the hands of Election Commission. That is one thing. Article 325 it deals with कि no person to be ineligible for inclusion or to claim to be included in special or electoral rolls on ground of religion, race, caste or sex. That means that irrespective, until there is some major security, किसी को भी ऐसे special electoral roll में नहीं डाला जाएगा, right, on any grounds. Article 326 says that elections to the House of the People, that is the Lok Sabha, and to the legislative assemblies of the state should be held on adult suffrage. Everybody should be included. So on the basis of that, आपके elections होंगे of the Lok Sabha and the legislative assemblies, state legislative assemblies. Next we have Article 327, in which there is which gives the power of the Parliament to make provisions with respect to elections to the legislature. So अगर election से related कोई भी provision और बनाना है to the Parliament, so the Parliament has that power. Article 328 deals with the power of legislature of a state to make provisions with respect to elections in the legislature, right? किसी legislative assembly में अगर कुछ provisions create करने हैं, whatever whenever required. So Article 328 gives that power to. And Article 329 talks about the bar to inference by courts in electoral matter, right? So clearly means कि the courts are right in any electoral matter, it has a bar to interference by the court in the electoral matters. Now these are the important articles which are there in the Constitution of India, which are related to the Election Commission. Now with this we end this session. Thank you so much guys for staying tuned, and all the very best to you if you have your boards tomorrow or in any time in the near future, because obviously boards are going on. So thank you so much guys for that. Thank you for staying tuned, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It would mean or basically it motivates us to come up every week, to come up with new videos with new topics. Thank you so much. Bye bye, take care and stay safe.